In this video presentation, we will be looking at Primark the company. Primark is a Dublin-based fashion retailer owned by their parent company ABF plc. They provide clothes that follow the trend patterns but at affordable prices. They currently employ 43,000 people and own 256 stores in the UK and parts of Europe. Primark's current strategies. Primark's target market is below the age of 35 and have established a cost leadership by providing the same products as their competitors but at lower prices. They can attain this because of their low cost in the manufacturing stage. Primark do not give much notice to branding as the focus is more on buying and logistics by finding new fashion trends and cheaper supplies. Primark are known for having high efficiency levels as all their warehouses have computerized sales and stock control as well as a strong distribution network. Primark's future plans for expansion in the foreign market. Recent sources have shown that Primark is interested in internationalizing into France, as they want the opportunity to meet typical French consumer needs and experience this in a French environment. John Bason, the finance director of Primark's parent company, has confirmed if all goes well, then they are hoping to have more stores opening in the country by the end of 2014. France is politically stable. Both the UK and France benefit from the Common European Union policy, which allows for exchange and trade between countries. However, the French firms tend to encourage more internal mergers than takeovers by foreign firms. Primark's strategy of sale prices all year round could have a positive effect and change the French consumer habits. Setting up in a highly competitive market could have a financial strain on Primark. However, their cost-saving production strategy can help them gain economies of scale and competitive advantage. Indeed, Primark's communication is mainly made through its simple and understandable "Look Good, Pay Less" slogan, which remain the same in every country, even with different languages, through its blue logo and through the visibility of its brand on Primark's bags. Primark's communication is made through the last 3 P's of the marketing mix, which are people, process, and physical evidence, and not through the usual communication tools such as advertising or personal selling, as these are more expensive. They rely more on word-of-mouth promotion from loyal customers. Also, Primark.com is visible in all the different languages in different countries they currently operate in, showing their multilingualism. The possible difficulties Primark could face when internationalizing. In France, fashion remains an important part of their culture, and French people are religiously attached to their luxury brands and don't usually go for lesser brands or unbranded clothes. Primark cannot provide French consumers with high-end branded clothes and stick to their pricing strategy. According to Porter's 5 forces, there is always a threat of substitutes, so big competitors like H&M, Zara, and Kiabi could pose a big threat, as these stores are seen as better value for money clothes and usually seen as trendsetters among the French population. There is existing difference between French and English style clothing. French women avoid wearing bright and bold colours with loud prints and lots of embellishments, and Primark's clothing line consists of lots of flowery prints and are really colourful. An adaptation of these products could be judicious for setting up in France, as it brings an amount of cost, which means higher prices. Purchasing power has seriously decreased over the years, as well as the consumption habits of consumers. French consumers feel that if a cheap retailer like Primark enters their market, it could add more constraints on purchasing power and cause fashion rejection. If Primark wants to be accepted, they have to have a certain je ne sais quoi. Possible solutions Primark could utilize. A key factor to ensure is that their managerial team consists of French-speaking members, preferably those who have lived in France so they understand the culture so changes can easily be made. All members, especially ones without a French background, should go through extensive linguistic and cultural training so that they can become accustomed to the French people and culture. According to a study that was made in France about retailing, price, proximity, and convenience were among the major needs of French consumers. Price was already dealt with. So, with regards to the convenience and proximity, opening in places like shopping malls seems to be the most ideal location, especially as Primark's target market are youth. Some may not be able to drive, so shopping malls would be easier access as opposed to industrial zones. When Primark opened in other countries in Europe, instead of opening in capital cities, they opened in the next most important cities, as this was less expensive. This could be a solution for lowering costs when expanding to France by having a test area like a pilot to introduce France to Primark. In order for Primark to remain on its game in the critical environment of demanding customers, new rules and regulations, changing languages and cultures, it requires new and updated IT investments. So by updating their communications website to include French as a language it can be viewed in would be useful to attract more French consumers. An existing case study in the Pimlico report about Knickknacks Limited shows how the manager found that knowing a little French helped a lot in the promotion of their new waterproof wax. Nick Wax's focus was on researching the linguistic and cultural interface at every stage of the development process. They emphasized knowledge of culture and business etiquette at every employee, and every employee is expected to speak at least 2 foreign languages. Essentially, Primark could use this example of Nick Wax and realize the necessity of language and cultural changes they will have to make in order to adapt effectively to the French environment.